Hello, my darlings. It's ALB in Whisperland here. In today's video, we are going to be sorting out and organizing my favorite Pokemon cards for my collection. I'm already kind of laughing because I have to admit something to you, which is that currently my Pokemon cards are not organized well at all. In fact, over the past couple months, I've even been storing a couple of them in boxes. Safe, secure boxes, but not organized well. Just to keep them safe, but not displayed beautifully. Not in a way that they deserve to be displayed. So, since many of you have been asking to see my favorite cards, I thought let's just organize them together. That way I get to have my cards properly sorted out and can also show you my little collection. I'm going to show you my favorite cards today. I have my little stack here. I have them somewhat organized. I put them into these little tiny bags. They are somewhat divided by section, but not really. So we're going to take them out of these little bags. And we're going to get them all set up in here. Let me show you what I've got going on in terms of organizational tools today. These are the binders that I have. I have 1, 2, 3. This one right here is a 9 card per page binder. So it fits 9 cards. Then I have some smaller ones. This one right here is a 4 card per page binder, and this one is very small. This one only fits 2 cards per page, and you can see they are horizontal. So you could either open it up like this, flip through the pages like this, or you could use it to display horizontal cards. I'm going to be working mostly with the 9 card per page binder today because I like when you open the page of a binder and you can see lots of different cards. We have the cards here, as I mentioned earlier. These are my sleeves that I'll be using today. I have matte sleeves and clear shiny sleeves. The thing is, matte sleeves are great for playing because they shuffle so nicely. But for display, I prefer the shiny ones. So we're going to be sleeving with shiny card sleeves today. I have my little dice. We're not really going to be using these today, but they match the set so well that I just had to show them to you. So cute. And then these ones are metallic. These ones are heavy. Very nice. And then underneath these, I have a bunch of stickers, but we'll get more into that in just a moment here. I have have these really awesome deck boxes. This is like a really matte pink. You can probably hear that it sounds hollow right now because there's nothing inside of it. It's just empty, waiting to be filled with cards. And then I have my really lovely matching pink playmat. I love the sounds of this actually. The playmat. So nice. It has like rubber underneath to keep your stuff secure. And then lastly, I have this matching pink deck box. Also empty. Ready to be filled up with cards. Tonight's video is sponsored by Ultra Pro. If you're into trading cards, tabletop gaming, you're probably very familiar with Ultra Pro. I know for myself, I started getting into trading cards, I guess early teens, so that's when I started using Ultra Pro products. We're going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff. In the upcoming year, we're going to be doing giveaways, all kinds of good stuff, so please look forward to that. I have a coupon code for you. It's ALB, that's all caps, ALB, and you can use the link in the description to support this channel when you're checking out all of their awesome card accessories, gaming accessories, stuff like that. I gotta say, it feels really, really cool to be into the styles I like and to be, me, and to be working with Ultra Pro. They make so much stylish, cool stuff, and it's nice to have that option, like everybody has different taste and different styles, and what's so great about Ultra Pro is they offer so many options for like tabletop gaming. You can really express yourself. You don't have to make sacrifices and have not cute stuff. You can have cute stuff, So I'm really excited to be working with them. And thank you again to Ultra Pro for sponsoring this video. I'm gonna go ahead and set these little binders aside because I want to focus on the big binder right now, and I want to customize this a little bit. I love the pink, but I want this to feel even more me, and sometimes that's kind of why I like having a plain item in the right color, that is. Like I did the same thing with my iPad case too. Just get one color that you like and then you can decorate it exactly how you like. So I have a bunch of stickers over here. You'll all be very proud of me that I'm using stickers now because I tend to hoard these and then never use them. Although I found out from making that stickers video that a lot of you do the exact same thing, so I don't feel too bad about that anymore. I picked some that I thought would go really well. I have this Bulbasaur sticker that's like an ice cream. These are some stickers from Fluffy Tori, some Jinbei San, of course. This one I love. This is a Miracle Eye sticker. It's a brand I really like. I also have some stickers of my own art because, look, they're Pokemon. Like, how could I not? And don't laugh, but I've never really put my own stickers on anything before, so I really want to use those. And I definitely want to use this Bulbasaur as well. do a couple of these gem base on. So many of these are so cute, but I kind of want to save them for other things too. Oh, I'm not sure. Well, we'll just start with these for right now. Oh, I also have these Kuromi ones. Okay, I think those would look really good on this binder because they're like metallic pink. What's better than that? Okay, let's see. I want to do the Marib. It's best to lay stickers out before you peel them off. I guess we could do do we do them all in one corner here? And then, or do you do like a cluster? I feel like I want, maybe the top corner would be really cute, eh? Oh, I kind of like that, yeah. And then we'll do the little Bulbasaur down here, and then maybe we'll use some of these ones to like just sort of put stuff in between here. Okay. Let's see. Put this right like this. Nice. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. And then we'll do this one at the top. There we go. And I'm gonna put this one kind of on an angle like that. Perfect. And then we'll do this one right here. And then I think, yeah, we'll put some of these. Is this one with the little stars come off? No, they're just the big words. Okay. This one is the Yamper and the Celebi. And where do I want this? Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna want an angle like that. Perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna do this Bulbasaur. I wish I could remember the name of the artist who made this. It's so cute. I'm sure somebody will know in the comments, because I think this was a pretty popular one. There we go. I'm gonna put this one right there, like that, and then I think I'm gonna put like some of these little Kuromi ones. I love Kuromi, so cute. Oh, I love it. And we'll do this little one. Kuromi's like, wow. I'm gonna put this one up at the top. I love it. Everything is better with stickers, right? It's nice because most stickers these days are like this nice vinyl, so you don't have to worry about it getting wet. I could probably add even more stickers to this, but I'm gonna leave it like this for now. I like the Pokemon theme that we've got going on here. Alright, I'm feeling good about this, so let's go ahead and open these cards up and sleeve some of them so we can start organizing. Oh, I did want to mention, I'm personally not really into the investment collector angle for Pokemon cards. A lot of people are, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But for me, what I'm interested in when it comes to these cards is more of the art itself. It's why I have a small collection of vintage children's books. I like the pictures. But at the same time, I like watching Antiques Roadshow. Do I understand the historic value of this tiny carved wooden horse? No, of course not. It means nothing to me. But it's really interesting when the expert goes, oh, this is worth so much. And I'm like, that's interesting. So, there's a couple cards in here that I may mention somewhat valuable, but it's more just because I think it's interesting, rather than actually it being worth money to me. Does that make sense? I don't know. There's so many different reasons to be interested in them, and some people I know don't even care about the art or the value. They just like playing the game. You know, there's a lot of different reasons to be interested in this hobby, so I get it. Okay. So we'll start right at the top, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. These are all my most favorite cards. These over there for right now. I kind of thought if I had them in little bags, it would be almost like opening the booster packs. Maybe not quite as exciting, but pretty good. I'm so excited to show you these cards. Okay, so first up I have two of this card, so I'm going to put them in the same sleeve. This is my Vaporeon V. It's probably one of my most treasured cards. I just recently got these in an ETB box, and they had, I think, all of the evolutions. The main ones, Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon, but Vaporeon is one of my top favorite Pokemon of all time. It's definitely a tie between Lapras, Corsola, and Vaporeon, but Vaporeon was like, as a child, my favorite. I had a Vaporeon Halloween costume that my mom made me that I loved. This is my Togekiss V card. You'll notice with some of these holographic cards with the full art, they can get a little bit of what card collectors call pringling. That's when there's like just a very slight curvature to the card, and sometimes there's really not much you can do about that. It doesn't have to do with how well you take care of your card, it just has to do with the material it's made out of and what it was sitting like in the booster box or ETB before it came to you. So that can happen, but sleeving your cards and then putting them in a binder is one of the best ways to protect them. Vaporeon fans will love these ones too. These are the Vaporeon VMAX. These also came in the ETB with this Vaporeon. Personally, I think this is a prettier card, but this is pretty good too. And what's great is that I have two, so I can put them in a deck if I wanted to. Not exactly sure if I am going to do that, but I could. You gotta be a little more careful when you're putting two cards in one sleeve, but they fit perfectly just like that. There's those ones. This Lapras V. What did I say? It's one of my favorites. Clearly, I have a preference for water types. This card is actually a very recent addition to my collection because I had some V cards and holographic cards that I took to my local card store, and I sold them not for very much money. Like, I think the highest I got for a card was like $3, but it did give me a couple of dollars that I could spend to get one of the cards they had under the counter, which was this Lapras V that I really, really wanted. Isn't it beautiful? Part of the reason I wanted it is because one of my amazing viewers sent me this card to my P.O. box. I've never received a card before, so I was just stunned. I was stunned, and I was so excited because this is probably one of the prettiest cards I've ever seen. Lapras VMAX with full art. It was a very generous gift. So if you're watching this video, thank you. The biggest thank you, the biggest hug. I really appreciate it. I love her so much. And now she will be perfectly honored and stored right next to the Lapras V that I got. Companions, don't you think? And then this is one of my other Pride and Joy cards. This Clara Rainbow Full Art. Ultra rare. What do I even say about this card? She's absolutely gorgeous. I think Clara is such a good NPC. Can I just say, the Galarian NPCs, both gym leaders and otherwise, are probably my favorite of all time. The gym leaders from that series are like so well designed. I love everybody. Oh gosh. Isn't she just gorgeous? She seems like kind of a brat, and I love her, and I love this card. Oh. You can tell that these are all like my favorite cards because I could just sit here and talk about them for ages and ages. Put these over here for now. Let's open up this. Do you like that I put these in the little bags? I got these bags at Umomo and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with those, but they are so cute. Okay, next, a couple set of cards. I've got this Leafeon V. This is a gorgeous card. And as a best buddy, Leafeon VMAX. So gorgeous, right? You know, it's funny because, like, I think if you looked at my card collection, you would think I'm obsessed with evolutions. And I'm not really, but, like, I just love a cute character. And the evolutions tend to all be really, really cute, so that's it for me, you know? Plus, they're all kind of cat-like, you know? I'm a sucker for a cat character. Oh my gosh. Have you guys seen the new starters that just came out? Obviously, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go for, is it Sprigatito, the little leaf cat? It's so cute. I remember seeing that on the Pokedex entry. One of its characteristics is that it's capricious. Isn't that fantastic? I want to be described as capricious. That's the best word. Oh my gosh. You are going to love this card. This was a gift from my friend Ross. And this is an older card. This is a Sylveon EX card. And it's the cutest. Look at how Sylveon is just gleefully running, and Eevee has caught her like ribbons. There's like the fairy charms on the side. This is such a gorgeous card. I wish I could get more cards from this series actually. I'm sure I could if I like actually looked, which I admittedly have not done at all. But there's so many cute cards from this release. How do I go back in time and get a booster box from this release? And this Sylveon is fairy type, which if you don't play the TCG, you might not know. They have completely gotten rid of fairy type. You can't play fairy type anymore in tournaments. So, yeah. Oh, my sparkly shiny Mew. This is from a Sylveon Celebrations set. This is a cool one. This was one of the more valuable cards in the Celebration set. And I just happened to pull it randomly, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I mean, I was less subtle than that. I was like jumping up and down and running around. For me, I love it because of all those little sparkles. I mean, it's kind of glorious just to look at it, right? Look at how the colors look. It's, what can I say? It's just stunning. That's a really nice one. Oh, this is my Gardevoir EX card. Same series as the Sylveon over here. And of course, fairy type. So these cards, like, fairy Pokemon haven't been removed from the TCG. They just aren't under the category of fairy anymore. Now they are different, sometimes normal type, sometimes psychic, like it just depends on the card and the Pokemon. I love this though, like there's something about this series, it's so girly and cute. I love the ones from this series, so adorable. Here's a great example, right? So, Sylveon EX, this one's a fairy card. They got rid of fairy. This Sylveon VMAX card is a psychic type card. Isn't she beautiful? I can't remember if I pulled this one on camera or not. It was in a booster box though. Sylveon, you need a little pink sleeve, I think. If you ask me. I really love sleeving cards. It's very satisfying. Just go neatly perfect in here. This card I actually just pulled in my Brilliant Stars booster pack opening. And it was easily one of my favorite cards I pulled from that set. This was one of the, like, trainer cards from the trainer gallery. Basically, Pokemon or trainer type cards that have the trainer in it in the full art, which I love. I love when the card has full art. And here's another one. Here's Eevee. This one's also from Brilliant Stars, although I don't think this one was in the video itself. For my booster pack opening videos, I usually open just a little over half of the whole booster pack itself, because if I did the whole box, the video would be easily 2 hours long. And although that may be interesting to a lot of folks, I can't handle that long of a video. Sorry, I'm realizing I put this one in upside down. Anyway, I can't handle that long, so I usually do just over half. And also that way it gives me kind of a little, maybe this is goofy, but I use the booster packs I have left over as like fun little rewards for myself when I do like all the work on my to-do list. Then I'm like, okay, I get to open another pack. I should show you. This is another trainer gallery card. It's a Jolteon. This one was in my Brilliant Stars video as well. And we'll just put that one right in. Looks good. And this one, my Glaceon V. Isn't she beautiful? I love all the snowflakes on this one. Some of the V cards are, I find them like really dark. This one is kind of dark, just in terms of colors, but it's still very beautiful to me. There we go. Get it tucked in there. Perfect. Now, I like to always have my cards sleeved when putting them in the binders, because if you don't do that, which you don't necessarily have to, but you run the risk definitely of some cards falling out. This just like makes them so much safer, in my opinion. A lot of the Pokemon card collectors that I know also do that, so I model what I do kind of after what they do, because they know more than me. A lot of people do. Let's open this one up. Alright, now we're getting past the evolution stage, so if you're hoping to see something else, you're in luck now. So, I've got my Galarian Moltres V right here. I actually somehow scored doubles of this one. So that was one of the ones that I sold to my LCS. But like I said, I didn't, you don't really, make a ton of money selling to your local store, right? Because they have to make a profit at the end. So I just got a couple bucks, but that was good enough for me. I've got my Rayquaza V here, as well as my Rayquaza V Max. Aren't those gorgeous together? The V looks really cool, but to me the V Max is just this is a stellar card. I think that is just gorgeous. I love when the holo is got a rainbowy effect. Stunning. So we'll put that in a little sleeve for protection. There we go. You're all tucked away, Rayquaza. And we have to get the V form in a sleeve. A lot of people comment on my Pokemon card videos that they don't play Pokemon themselves, but they like looking at the cards, which I totally relate to, because I'm like that with a lot of hobbies. Even though I don't collect, I'm interested in a peripheral way. So let me explain what VMAX is. Basically, a V card is considered a basic card, so that's first form. You don't have to evolve anything to get this Rayquaza V out on the battlefield. It's basic. You can just put it out as it is. But because it's a V card, if it gets knocked out by your opponent, it's worth 2 prize cards. The V Max is an evolution of the V card of that same Pokemon. This is considered its Dynamax form, and it's obviously stronger, you can just see with the health. But if your Rayquaza gets knocked out in this form, that's 3 prize cards. So it can be kind of risky to play V cards, although they're very strong usually. I've got my Shaman V here. Does anyone prefer this Shaman to the other form? I go back and forth myself. Here we go. It's nice to see some super strong grass Pokemon as well. I have my Raichu V. I have 2 Raichu Vs, but this is one of them. I think when we organize the cards, I would like to put them next to each other. But this is a pretty cute one. This one was also from Brilliant Stars. And the art on this one is pretty cute, although I think the other one is better. But that's just me. Oh, you'll like this. I also pulled this Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX from Brilliant Stars. I don't know how I lucked out so much with that box. Lately I've been just getting mind-blowing pulls, and I don't know why, because that's not usually what my luck is, but I don't know, I'm on a streak right now. This was a pretty cool one to pull. I know a lot of people are looking for this one. It wasn't one that I was necessarily hoping to get, but oh look, I'm very happy about it. I think that the art is super slick. really unique as far as Pokemon cards go. You don't often see one in this style, so I'm an appreciator. And then the RCSB, which, come on, you gotta give it up for the RCSB. This is just an absolutely gorgeous card. I look at it and I feel the light coming out of the RCSV. It's like my brain is exploding in a good way. It's like a galaxy brain moment here. And it feels good to be putting this in a sleeve because I had it in a safe spot, but not quite as safe as in a sleeve in a binder. So very happy to get that one tucked away. And I also have this Honchkrow V. I love this because can you see the little Murkrows that are in the tree with the Honchkrow? It's like a big mama Honchkrow and all the little Murkrows. It's so precious. There we are. Perfect. Oh, this was the other one I was telling you about. So this is my other Raichu V. There's these two. Which one do you prefer? I like the one on the right much better. But that's just me. This one's more of an actionable pose. And this one in the green kind of reminds me more of like the old school art. Like first gen art, you know what I mean? And that just makes me happy. It's kind of wild that Pokemon has been around for so long. It's been such a big part of like my life in a weird way to think about, but it's true, you know? So I'm just mentally putting some of these like legendary cards together. Put the Urshifu VMAX there. These are V cards, so obviously kind of want to keep them together. It would be good, I think, to put like the evolutions on a page together. I think that would look cool. So we'll grab these ones here. Nice. And then we'll do the Vaporeon B. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we can do the Vaporeon VMAX on the same page. Oh, darn. I have the Sylveons here too. That's more than 9. Okay, we're gonna have to be creative about this. This would be good for the evolutions page, although there isn't enough legendaries here. Well, we can do the Mew as well with those cards. And I'll just kind of hold on to these in little piles. We'll kind of add to them as we go, because I know I have some other rainbow art trainer cards as well. So this is good. We're getting organized here. I'm gonna open some other of these little packs that I've put together. And we're slowly making progress here. Sort of swapping these out. That looks a little chaotic, but for me it's good. I can make heads and tails with that. Alright. Enjoying doing this sleeving, actually. It's very meditative. Okay, so these three, I put these together on purpose. I've got my holographic Cafe Master card, who I love him so much. But I also have these cards, and these are definitely more common. This is a reverse holo Milcery, and I have this just regular, degular, non-holographic Alchemy, but look who's in the card. It's the Cafe Master. So I was like, you know what? This may not be holographic, and if I ever do score a holographic version of it, I would switch it out, but I feel like they need to go together, right? Like, that's for sure. Oh, that's the top. And this is a reverse hollow, so that's, still pretty nice for a common card. And like I said, if I do somehow manage to pull the hollows for either of these, I would swap them out. But for now, it's good enough for me. I love the Cafe Master card. I love him so much. It was literally in my top 2 or 3 cards that I was hoping to pull from Brilliant Stars, so I'm thrilled that I got him. Alright, those are good. Oh, you are gonna love this card. Look at this Flareon. Is this the cutest card you've ever seen? Oh, I just realized we can put her with the Evolutions page. Perfect. This is another one from that I think it's Fairy Charm. What was this set? I can't remember. This was another one that was given to me by my friend Ross, and interestingly, when he gave me this one and the Sylveon X, I was not even collecting Pokemon cards at that time. Seriously. So these were the only ones I had. And then that was a couple years ago. Since then, I've obviously gotten very into it. So then I went and found the cards he gave me, and I was like, oh my god, these are even cuter than I realized they were. I'm gonna literally right now put this with the other Evolutions card before I forget. This is my Gordy. Gosh, I love this card. He looks so fantastic. He looks so slick. The card itself is gorgeous. I mean, these rainbow hollow cards, they're stunning. I love it. I wish all the cards I have were this gorgeous rainbow hollow. But they only do a couple of these rainbow hollow cards per set they release. So it's not like you could just get every single card in rainbow hollow. But that makes it all the more special. This card is really awesome. This is Karen's Conviction. And actually my wife gave me this card. She went and bought it for me from our local store because I think every time I saw it I was just like, oh, that card. She is so cool. It's actually a pretty decent card anyway to just play, but I love how she looks. She's so intense. She looks mean in a good way. I love her. So that's a really cool trainer card. I feel like some of the trainer cards get even cooler art than the Pokemon, because they can do something different with it. It's kind of special. And I have my Tapu Lele GX card. This was also from Celebrations, yeah. I love the way the hollow is kind of glittery. Look in the light. So cool. Let's get you a sleeve, Tapu Lele. Should we put that one with the legendaries, actually? I feel like we should. If we're doing categories anyway, it might be kind of perfect. And then, dun, 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 I have my beauty card. You get 10 bonus points if you remember where I got this card. I won this card, but kind of didn't. Well, 10 bonus points if you remember how this card came into my possession. It's wonderful memories. Another rainbow hollow trainer. Gorgeous. Maybe we could do a trainer art page in the book, because I have these ones, and then I have, well, he has to go with them, for sure. But then I also had the legendaries cards. Perfect. I did not have a plan for this when I started filming, so I'm glad that we're making a plan as we go. Alright, you guys go right there. Alright, so some of these will probably look kind of familiar. I have a couple from celebrations that I was thinking, and I was gathering them, that we would kind of keep them together when we put them in the binder. Right here I have Surfing Pikachu V. This is really cool art. They did a lot of interesting things with the celebrations packs, if you ask me. I also have Surfing Pikachu VMAX. My brain started telling me to say big boy because look, that's what he is. He's a big boy. I like that they're going back to making a nice plump Pikachu. That's the way he's supposed to be in my mind. So there's that one, and then we'll get the Surfing Pikachu. This is like a classic Pikachu right here. Put that in there. Some of the celebration stuff that I picked out was, there's a lot of common cards, but some of the uncommon ones are really, really special to me. These are some of them. Even though I'm honestly not like the biggest Pikachu person, I still like Pikachu a lot. It's just not like cards that I necessarily collect, but I'm really happy I got those. Then I have a Lycanroc V. This is a pretty cool card. It's got that gorgeous shine through it. I like the way the action is in the shot where he's slashing at the viewer. It's very dynamic. So definitely keeping this one. I don't know that this one is necessarily valuable, but the V cards are cool to have. Then I have this Dialga EX card. This is a very pretty one. Oh, I should put this with the legendary cards, right? I'm so glad we're organizing these because before, they were hither and dither, let me tell you. Feels good to get them in order, or at least more in order than they were before. I have this Melata EX card. One of my favorite parts that I hope you can see in the video is how in the holographic part there are music notes that shine. Can you see? So cool. Is Melata a legendary? I think she is, right? My brain is saying yes. I don't know, but I think so. My Pokemon knowledge is being tested today, huh? Then I have this Necrozma V card. This is one of those ones that I'm hanging on to, not because I love it, but because it's pretty cool. It's a pretty nifty card. You know, everybody's got those in their collection, I feel, cards that aren't super their favorite, but they're kind of cool to look at. Oh, but this one, I love this card. This is a Chandelure VMAX. I love, this has a cool texture, this one. Can you hear it? It's some of this VMAX here, or this V rather, is just smooth, shiny. This one is got a holographic texture to it. Just very fun to touch, but I'm gonna protect it with the sleeve. So like I was saying earlier, the matte sleeves are just as nice in terms of sleeve quality, but personally I like the shiny sleeves better for storing cards in a binder because the matte ones can kind of dull the shine a little bit. It's just not as beautiful to look at, but they do shuffle nicer, so There's some payoff there. I have my Zeraora V. I like this card a lot, but when I play Pokemon Unite sometimes, Zeraoras always tend to be like my enemy. I always tend to play against like really strong players who main Zeraora for some reason. So now whenever I see Zeraora, I'm just like, oh, you. My rival. Zeraora is definitely my rival. I have this really cool Noivern V. I think that is a really cool card. Noivern is honestly kind of a weird looking Pokemon to me, but I do like it. It's probably one of my favorite bad Pokemon, even as I say that. I like Woobat better. Who am I kidding? And I have this Gengar V. This is another one of those cards that I think is pretty cool, but it's not necessarily my favorite. I think that the reason I like Gengar is because on the Pokemon YouTube channel, they posted this really cute animated short about Gengar. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I'm telling you, it's so cute. You'll love it. You know what? I'll put it in the description. If you want to go watch it, look at the description. There will be a link to it. It's awesome. Then I have, these would be good for the legendary part too. I have a Zamazenta V card and a Zacian V card. These are both from Celebrations as well. And they're pretty cute. I like them. If I had to think about what my favorite legendaries are ever, I never tend to be obsessed with legendaries in general. I think Lugia is fun because it's so classic. Lugia is Johto, right? I think so. Yeah, maybe I'd go with Lugia, but I tend to not be obsessed with legendary cards in general. Okay, so put these ones together. I think that Dialga, Melata, put those there. And then these are just regular V cards, so I'm probably going to have to continue to rearrange these once we're actually putting them in the binder, but I'm trying to gather things and sort of make kind of a little loose plan, you know. You know what's great is I truly can't remember what's in most of these bags. I know what Pokemon cards are in my collection roughly, but every time I take one out, I'm like, oh look, it's Luxray, you know, and I love it all over again. This is another Celebrations card, and I remember seeing this in a preview for Celebrations and being like, that is the goofiest looking card, who would want that? And now I have it, and I'm like, this card rules, actually. This card is fantastic. But it's because I think the art is giving me kind of early 2000s. Do you remember the show Reboot? It's kind of giving me Reboot, but now I love it. But my favorite part of this card is the sort of particle effect holo on it. Cards that have this specific type of holo tend to be my favorite. That's my favorite kind of holo. This is another awesome card. This is Emolga. This one is another full art card. It has just such a gorgeous particle effect. I love the sparkle on this. Easily one of the cutest cards that I have, in my opinion. Although I'm probably going to keep saying that over and over this entire video because I've weaned down my collection a lot, you know. So most of the ones I have at this point I think are the cutest cards ever. Speaking of which, look at this Growlithe card. Now this is just a reverse holo basic card. However, what's so cool about this card is, first of all, we have two little baby Growliths cuddling and sleeping. A+, 10 out of 10, 5 stars, solid reviews. But look at the pattern in the reverse holo. It has flowers and hearts in the reverse holo. On top of that, the whole card is holographic. So even though it's a basic, simple, common card, it's really, really cool. And I love it. And I love little baby Growliths. That's the cutest thing I can imagine. And that's why this is possibly one of the cutest cards I have. I told you. I'm just going to keep saying it for every card. And you're never going to get sick of it. These are two of the same card. I have these two Zacian level X cards. These were a promo with the Celebrations pack I got. These two cards, because of how, I think it was an ETB, because of how they were packaged, they have some pringling happening here. Can you see that? It's kind of got a little bit of a curve to it. Now, what are you going to do? I'm going to put these together in one sleeve. I'm hoping that eventually, with being in a protective sleeve in a binder for long enough, that I can kind of flatten them a bit and cure them, rather, of their pringling. But, you know, it's a cool card, but I'm not going to cry about it. It's fine. There are cards I would be more heartbroken to have pringling on, and yeah, that one's whatever. This is a cool one. This is a Celebrations holographic Blastoise card. I love how old school this card looks. Like, even the font, it really does look like the old original one. The Celebrations one, they had a couple reprints of older cards, such as this Blastoise, and I love this original art. It's really, really cool. I was excited when I pulled this one. I was like, dang, this is a cool card. And lastly, from this little pile, I have another Trainer Gallery card. This is the Octillery, and this card is so weird, and I mean that in the best way. It's like a shiny rainbow holo with no sparkle, just shiny. And I love the way the art is the full card. You know, even though Octillery isn't one of my favorite Pokemon, I think this card is amazing. I love it. So I'll put it in a little sleeve to protect it. I try to keep my cards in as mint condition as physically possible. Even when I'm tapping on my cards for ASMR videos, I'm always just using like the very, very tip of my nail or my finger so that no little scratches or anything get on them. I'm really interested to see if any other Pokemon and TCG collectors watch this. Do you think my collection is small or big? I mean, these are just my favorite cards. I have a couple small boxes of like commons that I use for playing as well, but is this a big or small collection? I really don't know. Alright, let's see. Here we have my Team Magma's Groudon. This is another one from Celebrations. And much like the other Celebration cards that I love, this Groudon has that really gorgeous particle effect in the holo. I would love this card more if it was full art, but it's pretty neat. I like it a lot. So into a sleeve it goes. You've earned your place. You get to have your perfect little pouch like this. Then I have another Celebrations card. Look, they're there was a lot of good cards in celebrations. This is a Dark Gyarados. This is a really neat one. Again, particle hollow, but also it has like kind of a wavy texture. I'm not sure if you can tell. It's a cool one. I love the vintage art in this one and in the Blastoise as well. Oops, wrong way. Trying to open up a sleeve from the closed side, like that's gonna get me anywhere. Some of these cards, like, they're not really that great to play with, but they're cool. Oh, this is one of my favorites. So this is a Erica's Vileplume. This is, I guess you would say, a vintage card. This is like in pretty much mint condition. And this one was actually given to me by my friend Lauren. Lauren is an incredible artist, and she does a lot of wrestling and musicians, merch. She's amazing. And she recently, a couple months ago, was going through her old Pokemon cards and just said to me, like, hey, do you want any of these? Of course I grabbed quite a few. But this Erica's Vileplume is one of the original set, you know? And this card goes for about $80 or so in perfect condition, which is, look at it, she's gorgeous. I love that it has this little trainer bit at the bottom. I love the original font design and everything of this card. It's just a really neat one. I don't have that many vintage cards in my collection, so I'm really happy to have that one, but on top of it, it's special to me because Lauren gave it to me. This is another Celebrations card. Clay doll. This one isn't particularly exemplary, but it's kind of cool. It's a pretty neat card. Oh, Celebi. This was one of the first Pokemon booster pack videos I ever filmed. I pulled this Celebi, and I didn't even know that it was a good card at the time. I was just like, oh, it looks pretty, I like it. Like, I just didn't know very much at the time. And it is quite a good card to pull, actually. And a clip of me pulling this card got posted on the YouTube official Twitter account. And it was really funny because all the other people in the clip were big Pokemon YouTubers, and here I was pulling this Celebi, and I was like, is this good? I don't know. I've come pretty far from there, but yeah. This is another older card. This is from Unseen Forces release. This is a holographic Chansey card. I love the art on this. I love Chansey, really. I always feel like Chansey is kind of an ASMR Pokemon. That's just my opinion. Blissey too, you know? But the art on this is so gosh darn precious. This is another older card, so I take good care of it to protect it, to keep it safe, keep it secret. Well, not so secret, but to keep it safe. Okay, look. We're on the last pack here, and then we're going to start putting everything in the binder. Oh gosh, I'm looking forward to that. Alright, last pack. I've got this really cool holographic Raikou. We're going to sleeve this one, and you guys know exactly what section this is going into with the little legendaries. I think this is a really cool holographic. The style of this one actually really reminds me of the Celebi. Look how similar they are in terms of the type of hollow they are and the style of the card, how it comes out just from the border sort of stylistically with like a painterly effect. I never realized until just now how similar these cards were artistically. I have this Superior. I love this card. I think that this one is from the same release as that Growlithe. I might be wrong because I was gifted this one as well from a friend. But look in the holo. There's like flowers and sparkles down here. Isn't that fantastic? Again, this is another Pokemon that I think Superior is cool. Not necessarily my favorite Pokemon, but the art on this card is so good. This Gardevoir is fantastic for similar reasons. The holo in this card is lace and jewels. I really hope you can see that detail because it is absolutely stunning, holographic with lace and sparkles and jewels. You know, now that I'm like looking at these, I'm gonna go try to hunt down some more cards from this series online because even just like looking at all of these together, these cards are easily my favorites. They're just so beautiful and so unabashedly like girly, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. Whale Lord. Check out this holo card. Whale Lord is one of my favorite Pokemon. I have a jumbo plush of Whale Lord that is like half the size of my body. I use it as like a pillow. It's really comfy. Into the sleeve you go, Whale Lord. I want to put together a water themed deck with the Vaporeon V and VMAX cards, but I'm trying to decide, will I put the Lapras in as well? I'm not sure. I have this Boss's Orders trainer card, and I think we should put that with the other trainer ones as well. That's somewhere under the pile somewhere, so I'm just going to put it right there. This is a Galarian Slowking holo card. Galarian Slowking is so deliciously weird. I really like it, and I think it's just so odd. And I don't know, there's something about him and how weird he is, which is why I love him. So I was really happy to get this card. One that I'm looking for sure is the Galarian Slowking. I think it's either a VMAX or it's like a full art card. It's kind of an expensive card, so I would never buy it. If I come across it somehow, I'll be pleased because it's really, really cool art. Okay, these last three all kind of go together. I love Lily. So right here I have my holographic Cosmog, holographic Cosmoem, and holographic Solgaleo. I really want to put together a Lily themed deck. So I'm thinking I have like the Clefable, and there's actually a bunch of trainer cards that feature Lily. Including like there's one that's Lily's doll or something like that, and it's like her little Clefairy doll. I don't know if it would be a very good deck, but it would be cool to put together and see how it does. I don't know if I ever want to play Pokemon competitively, but I really, really like playing with my friends. It always manages to cheer me up if I'm in a sad mood. And that's one of the things I love about it. Okay, so we're all sleeved up here. Let me see. Slowking, Whale Lord. I don't think any of these ones are like legendary that I want to necessarily put with certain sections. I guess the Zacian should go theoretically. ones can all kind of go wherever, so we will figure that out as we start putting them in the binder. I'm going to move these sleeves because we don't need those right now. Okay. When you are not exactly sure where to go, it's good to start with what you know. Wow, that super rhymed, and that was not on purpose, but I stand by it. So let's go to the very first page of this binder. I think that I want to start with some of my evolutions. It seems to make sense because that is one of the clearest things that we've got sorted out so far in this collection. And then I do have some legendaries too. Actually have like a lot of legendaries, so that's good actually that we know that those are gonna go there. Okay, there's the trainer cards. So, let me see. We'll put these ones here. Boss's order, you come with me. Okay. Now let's start putting these in the book, shall we? What I love about this binder is that they're not top loaded, they're side loaded. So we can just go ahead and slide it in just like that. Isn't that gorgeous? So you don't have to worry about them slipping out the top. And this is why I sleeve my cards as well as putting them in a binder, because these babies are secure, like they're not gonna go anywhere now. Here we go. I simply have to put my Sylveon EX card right here. I love this card so much. I think I'm just gonna go in order of like how much I love them. So I'll put the Sylveon VMAX right here. Leafeon is good, Glaceon is good, but I do really love these ones. So let us go ahead and put this Valerian EX card right there in the front, and then we'll put this trainer gallery card right there. That looks so good. And then I'm thinking for the top row, I'm gonna do the Eevee card at the like very top placement. We're gonna do the Jolteon right next to it, and then yeah, kind of an odd one out. I'm gonna put the Glaceon up here because I feel that the Leafeon VMAX and Leafeon V really should be next to each other. So we'll go to the next page. I'm gonna put those aside for right now, and I'm thinking I'm gonna work backwards this way over with some of these legendary cards. Let us put I like the idea of the Raikou and the Celebi being next to each other. I think that looks good. Just like that. Oh, that's so nice. Okay. And then I think the Melata and the Tapu Lele should be next to each other because color-wise they look so good. Oh, wow. Okay, here I have an idea. Let's put the Mew, the shiny Mew, right in the middle. Gorgeous. And then we'll do the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX right here next to it because those look good together. And what was I gonna do here? I felt like I had a plan. Oh yes, okay. Put put the Arceus V right here because I think these three look really good next to each other. We will do the Rayquaza V right there. We'll do the Rayquaza V Max right next to it. That looks really good. Alright, we've got some odd ones out here. We've got the Zacian V and Zamazenta V. You know what? We will do the Galarian Moltres right up here because it's kind of on its own. I don't have like the Articuno or whatever. And then we have these danger puppies down here, as I call them, as well as the Dialga EX. This guy's kind of the odd one out, so we'll put it right here. Look at this Legendaries page. Oh my goodness. This is coming together. Alright, we've got these two danger dogs and these. So I'm thinking let us go ahead. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of rearranging. I'm gonna put Tapu Lele GX right in there, and we'll do Melata EX right next to it, down at the bottom here. Like that. And then I'm thinking we will do all three of the danger dogs in a row here. We'll put the Zamazenta V right there like that. Then we'll put the Zacian V right there like so. The Zacian level X we'll put right next to it there. So then we have the Leafeon V and Leafeon V Max. These right at the top here, and then hopefully I will pull another like really nice Evolutions card and we can put it right in there. I do have an empty spot here, but I know we'll find something to put in there, so I'm not too worried about that. I'll go to the next page. Let me see what I have here. Okay, it could be really cool to do some of the trainer cards on this page. That could be a cool angle to go. I have the Lapras still. Some of these other really nice V cards as well. But I think I want to do this trainer page idea because I really like it. Okay, so let's start off with right in the middle here. We will put the Cafe Master, and then next to him, of course, has to be the Alchemy and the Milcery card. Beautiful. Let's see. I do love Karen's Conviction, but these rainbow cards are so good. So I kind of feel like they should go all together. What do you think? We'll put Gordy right in the middle up there. I'm gonna do Clara right here. There, she looks good there. And we'll do Beauty right up at the top as well on the right hand side. And then I'm thinking we will put Karen's Conviction here under Cafe Master because they kind of look like they are coordinated, you know. This one matches a little less, but it's still pretty on theme, the Boss's Order cards. Okay, this page looks really good. I mean, they all do so far, right? Now, what are we gonna put on this one? I need to think. I think that subconsciously I've been kind of doing like most favorite to like less favorites, and honestly I'm fine with that. So this page, although honestly these two maybe should be on the first page if I were doing it that way. Let's put Lapras V and Lapras V Max right in the center, so that actually we'll put her right here. That way you can totally see them. Also, then they're kind of lined up with Cafe Master. I think it would be really cool to put Octillery over here because of the full art. It's very beautiful. I love this Togekiss V card and this Gardevoir card. This is going to be a really beautiful page. Okay, how do I want to do this? We've got 1, 2, 3. How do the colors look? Maybe we'll put Honchgrove right here. Oh yeah, that looks good. And then, yes. Okay, we'll do Shaman right here. Let's put this Raichu V Ultra Rare right there. Tuck that right in. And then we'll do this regular Raichu V right there. Does that not look gorgeous? I love this page. This page is so nice. Wow. Alright, we've got a couple more to fill. Let's put some on this page. Now, we could do a page with like celebrations cards because I do have quite a few of that. Like, this is celebrations. That's not. This one is. That's not. That's not. And these are celebrations here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I have any more? So, a couple of these are these. So maybe we could do some on one page, some on a different page. Because I won't have exactly enough to fill up the whole page. I definitely want to put this Luxray right in the middle because I love this weird card. I really do. Definitely highlight the Dark Gyarados and the Blastoise as well. That's beautiful. And then I think that we should do all 3 of the Lily cards down here in order. We've got Cosmoem. Oh, that's not the right order. Okay, Cosmoem should go in the middle. That's the second evolution. Cosmog goes first, and Solgaleo right over here. Gorgeous. Now we'll do the Claydol up here, and the Groudon right there. Now let me think. I think that we'll do the flying Pikachu up there. That's what we'll do. Because I don't have the flying Pikachu V Max. But I do have surfing Pikachu and surfing Pikachu V Max. So those we will put on this page right here. And let me move some things around here. I feel like this would be a good page for some V cards. And I kind of want to fill that spot. And this one down here too. Would be a good one for on this page. These are 2 kind of older cards, so it would be cool to keep those together. Maybe we do a Molga on this page. What do you think? I think that looks good. Yes, okay. Very good. And then we have some spots over here, but I kind of want to leave those ones in preparation for future legendaries. So we'll focus on filling up this page. We are quickly running out of cards, but that is kind of nice actually. It feels good to have these all go like right in their place where they should be. We'll do the Chandelure VMAX right there. Let me see what would go color-wise. I think the Zara Aura. Put you right there. Very nice. And then we'll do the Noivern down here. Beautiful. And I think we'll do the Gengar here. Just keep it like kind of classic. Gorgeous. And you know what? We'll do these two V cards up here. But I think I'm going to do the Galarian Slowking on this page as well. Because the colors are very like purple and yellow on this page, more or less. So we'll do the Necrozma V right at the top. Very nice. And then we'll do the little Lichen Rock. I don't know why I'm saying a little, like it's not a Rockruff. It's a big boy. Okay, looking good. Looking very good. I think we are now on to, yes, this last page. And we don't have enough cards to fill the whole page, but it's going to be a good page nonetheless. Let us go ahead and put Erica's Vileplume right here in the middle. Beautiful. And I would like to do Chansey right next to the Vileplume. Gorgeous. We'll do the Growlithe and Superior down here. I was totally not kidding when I said I'm gonna go research more cards in this collection, because even the more common cards just look so beautiful to me. This Gardevoir should go with it as well. They all totally match. Perfect. And then we have this Wailord, and he's not like perfect on this page. I may rearrange things at some point, but he's fine here. He's happy here. Alright, that's all the cards. Gosh, lots of room to grow. I think that's one of the best feelings, though, is when you have a bunch of empty space, because the possibilities are endless. And look how gorgeous they all look together. I just want to like bring this over to all my friends' houses and be like, look at my cards, look at my beauties, my treasures. This really does feel like my treasures, actually. Kind of feels really nice to like get to honor these cards by displaying them so beautifully. Oh, this page. Come on. This page. Oh. Gorgeous, this page. I just love how they all look together. I'm feeling pretty good about this now. Seeing everything in the book where it should be like organized and sleeved kind of just gives me peace of mind. Now I can just open this up and look at it anytime I want, which is maybe more frequently than I would care to admit. But I hope that you enjoyed organizing these with me and getting to take a little look at some of my most favorite cards. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you to Ultra Pro again for sponsoring this video. I hope that you liked this very pink setup today. I love you guys all so much. I hope that you have a wonderful